Welcome to the FastRead podcast. Today is Thursday, July 16th, 2026. Here are your top ALPA and industry headlines. In a vote that closed this week, the Flair Airlines pilots ratified their tentative agreement for the pilot group's contract with the airline's management. Of the pilots who participated, 89% voted in favor of the agreement, which offers meaningful improvements to compensation, retirement, scheduling, career progression, and overall quality of life. Quote, "Our pilots stood together with a clear goal to secure an agreement that recognizes their professionalism, improves their quality of life, and positions Flair pilots for long-term success. Today's result is a testament to the power of a unified pilot group," said First Officer Amy Wintle, Flair Master Executive Council Chair. Also this week, Great North Airlines pilots voted to ratify their first-ever collective agreement. The two-year deal provides clearer scheduling rules, modernized compensation, and enhancements aimed at supporting pilot well-being. This first collective agreement establishes the professional standards and stability that every pilot deserves, and it reflects the strength and unity of this pilot group as they build their future, said ALPA Canada President Captain Tim Perry. On Monday, the Transportation Security Administration held a briefing for aviation security experts from labor, including ALPA, on crew member access point. The new program has been rolled out at DCA, IAD, and LAS. However, reports are that these airports have not consistently had the CMAP lane open. TSA advised that pilots should retain their known crew member barcode through the end of 2026, when full transition to CMAP is planned to be completed. For now, KCM will remain open alongside CMAP while it is being tested and rolled out. Check the show notes for a link to the full update from TSA's meeting. Canada's flight and duty time regulations have been at the center of ongoing aviation safety debates going back decades. It's essential that pilots know the issues, their rights, and how to engage as ALPA members. Check the show notes to read the full communiqué on the subject. On Wednesday, ALPA joined Modern Skies Coalition partners in urging congressional leaders to allocate an additional $20 billion to close the funding gap for the brand new air traffic control system, building on the initial $12.5 billion reconciliation down payment. The letter highlights early modernization wins, including fiber optic upgrades, electronic flight strips, and digital radio conversions. The group also stresses that a unified common automation platform, continued robust facilities and equipment appropriations, and congressional oversight are essential to finish the job and keep the national airspace safe and globally competitive. To read the letter, check the show notes. ALPA President Captain Jason Ambrosi recently sat down with Aviation Week's Karen Walker as a guest on the Window Seat podcast.
Our motto since 1931, 95 years now, to schedule with safety. And we are the conscience of the industry. So we're going to continue to advocate for safety. And as long as I'm sitting here, I'm going to keep doing it because I've lost 4 members in the last year and a half in tragedies that were preventable.
Listen now in the latest episode of Airline Pilot Podcast, available on Podbean or wherever you get your podcasts. A recent study from the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine sheds new light on assessing the effects galactic cosmic radiation and solar energetic particles can have on flight crews and the subsequent actions the FAA and U.S. airlines should take. Check the show notes to learn more. That's all for this edition of the FastRead podcast. Until next time, stay safe and have a nice flight.
This podcast is brought to you by the Airline Pilots Association. ALPA supports its pilots through a variety of resources, including member insurance. Choose from life, disability, dental, Medicare Advantage, identity theft, and more. Separate plans designed for Canadian members are available, including life, auto and home, and critical illness. Visit memberinsurance.alpa.org.